Okay, so I haven't done a live video in a while since we closed up the garden. But speaking of the garden, I got to show you guys something. It's December 2nd. We had a high of 57 or 58 yesterday. It got to. And you really got to see the garden. Right here, we started putting tunnels on top on the beds to get them ready for winter. We still got 2 more beds to do. The fact that I can actually just open up, walk in, and there is no snow. This is not winter. This is fall. This is totally crazy. I still can't get this. This is just unreal that here it is, December 2nd. We've got no snow on the ground. Normally by now we'd have 2 feet, and I can walk in my garden. So they're trying to say that we are not going to have much snow this winter, that La Nina is coming in from the northwest, hitting Washington and Oregon, and then going down south, picking up the warm weather from the Louisiana, Texas, Georgia, Florida area, and coming up the East Coast. And that's why we have no snow. And honestly, I'm okay with this. I feel bad for the businesses that require the winter traffic. But from what I saw, in a month we're going to start getting the colder temps. We're going to start getting negative numbers, but I think the coldest low I saw was -5. And then the middle of February, we're going to be back up like we are in these temperatures here, 30s and 40s. And first week of March, we're going to be back up in the 40s. So temperatures like today. But we got a little bit of yard cleanup done. I'm going to show you here. Still got the Adirondack chairs out that we're sitting in. Still got the fire pit out. The beds are already there. Got this bed cut down. Rhubarb prepped. Echinacea prepped. Echinacea on that side prepped. The beds have been fertilized. I put twice as much fertilizer as they needed in them. Still got the fountain out, which has to go back in. But these hoops are what got my bender from Johnny's Selected Seeds in southern Maine. And at $2 a pole for about 50 bucks. I got hoops for my beds and then another 50 bucks for plastic. We're using 6mm plastic here. These beds during the day when it's only 40 degrees out, when it's sunny out, are warming up in the 60s and 70s. And so our beds are protected for winter. If you look, you can really smell like a oniony, garlicky smell out here, and it's all coming from in here. We actually have 70 heads of garlic planted in there. There's our little timer, or our little temperature gauge sensor to tell us what the temp is. We got the greenhouse taken down today. Still got some backyard cleanup to do. But I really just cannot get over that this is December. This does not feel like winter. Jenny says that us having warmer temps is because I'm getting actually winterized for winter, and that we got a snowblower this year so we can make a trail down the garden around the back to the beehive so we can feed the bees in the winter. They're doing pretty okay. We were back there earlier today, and let's go take a look. Raspberries going crazy. These started out as plants this tall 2 years ago, and look at these canes. Just going crazy. We actually have some fresh canes that took over our grapes. So this bed eventually is going to be nothing but raspberries, and I think we're actually going to come down here and take this blueberry bush out this spring, and we're going to put it over here in our strawberry blueberry bed. That's going to be filled with more strawberries this year. The bees are in there. They're kind of dormant. It's kind of chilly. Under 50, they don't do much. Yeah, see, Jenny's saying it is my fault. Still got to get the bees winterized. Got to put another box on top of here with a box for that's going to be up here for burlap and pine straw to let ventilation out so they don't get condensation. I hear buzzing in there, so they're still doing okay. Normally, it's just all they need is these two deep boxes here for winter. This one here and this one here. And in most states, they can get through the winter fine. This here is called the super. These are brood boxes because they're deep. We use deep boxes for our brood boxes. This here was full of honey. So they have enough to get them through November, December, into January. But we're going to start putting sugar in here too to help feed them through the winter, make sure they do okay. The nice thing is with these warmer temps, they should do really, really well. And we're going to split this into 2 hives, probably in May. We got these beds cleaned out. It's going to be our herb bed. The hose for our irrigation's pulled out of the way because it goes clear over to there. So we get it out of the way so we can snow blow. That was our squash and cucumber and corn bed. That's going to be our squash bed this year. Sorry, that was onion, cucumbers, and corn. This year it's just going to be squash. And we're going to put the corn in there so the raccoons can't get to it. And the beans over there. There's asparagus there that we're on our 2nd or 3rd year growing that. This is going to be sweet peppers down here. Hot peppers all the way up through here. Still doing rhubarb here. Strawberries, blueberries. Garlic here. Onions, leeks, cucumbers, tomatoes. And we still haven't put our grow table away yet. We have this one. We're going to add, I think, 1 more grow table next year to either go wider or to come down this way. We still got pine shavings there to put in the beds to kind of protect them for winter. Another table here because we might move this forward. Either that or we're going to move it over and have 2 because we are going to be growing carrots in containers this year. Let me show you the containers we're going to use. These things are huge. We get them at Lowe's. They hold 20 gallons of dirt. It's these right here. Just going to drill some holes in the bottom. Can put a lot of carrots in there. So we're going to use those to grow carrots in. Got buckets. Our compost in this weather isn't frozen yet. Our beds aren't frozen. We added to our compost today here with pine shavings. It's still only 35 in there. Hoping that stuff gets going, but these aren't even frozen yet. Normally this is all rock solid back here by now. And it really doesn't feel like winter here. This really feels like late summer, probably around the last week of August, first week of September. I'll take the warmer weather, just like Jenny said. I'm okay with this. Not having to snow blow, not having to worry about too bad of roads to go to work. We still got some more work to do here. So Yeah, I'm okay with the nicer weather, but I mean, if you look, we still have in some areas green grass growing. I mean, if it gets any warmer, I might have to break out the lawnmower, and I might have to break out the lawnmower and mow the lawn. But show you what we're going to do next year. These arborvitae cedar trees here, because we have a few dead ones, we're going to be taking these out, and these are all going to be beds that are going to go from here all the way up to that one there, and they're going to be staircased. So we're going to put sunflowers in them in the spring, and zinnias, because that's what Jenny wants. She wants zinnias, she wants black-eyed Susan. So we're just going to litter this with flowers, annuals, and then in the fall we're going to pull all that out. We'll harvest all the sunflower seeds. We'll harvest seed for next year. We got thousands of echinacea and snapdragons and all this stuff that we're going to do next year. And then we're going to turn around and plant bulbs from colorful blends, and we're going to probably go with a red, white, and blue blend, so that next spring this will be all red, white, and blue for 4th of July. And then over here we have 3 other RVs because I didn't make it down here, and these are going to be this is going to be one long bed, done the same the rest of those are. And I still got to prep our pond. I got to drain it, bring in our spitter frog, bring in our floating lotus fogger, and get a few things out of here. But I just can't get over what the temperature is like. I'm really loving this. So if this is global warming, I'm all for it. I'd like to move up another zone so we don't get below 0 in the winter. Sorry, neighbor just came out. So we don't get below 0 in the winter, and we can handle all this, not having to worry about stuff being good for next year. But I'm going to go in because my fingers are getting chilly and the neighbors are coming home. So I will talk to you later. Bye.